Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Friday, April 4, 2025. In the headlines, private sector representative in the Senate, Salim Rahman, discusses possible repercussions for Grenada's economy following U.S. tariffs. Grenada welcomes new non-stop flights from Atlanta with Delta Airlines. Also in the news regionally, the Caribbean tackles financial crime. The region advances in tech and legislation. Internationally, China to impose additional 34% tariffs on U.S. goods in retaliation to U.S. tariffs. Plus in the sports news, Grenada under-19s to commence their win-lot title defense against St. Lucia this weekend. We'll bring you the details right after this.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Kenroy. Baptiste. Private sector representative in the Senate, Salim Rahman, is warning of potential economic repercussions for Grenada as global responses continue in relation to U.S. tariffs announced by President Donald Trump. Beverly Telesford is following the developments.
We are in uncharted waters. We are waiting to see how the other countries will react. The words of private sector representative in the Senate, Salim Rahman, as he weighed in on the tariffs announced by United States President Donald Trump on Wednesday. Senator Rahman broke down the repercussions Grenada's economy may face given the heavy reliance on imports.
One of the difficulties is that when you impose a tariff, you then can start a tariff war, trade war, which means that another country can impose a similar tariff on your goods. And we've seen that with Canada. And so it means that we are in uncharted waters because we have not seen globally tariffs levied at countries globally like this before.
The U.S. president's actions, he said, if met with negative responses from other global traders, will result in a trade war, which will significantly affect the countries not directly involved.
We have seen, for example, recently, we have seen countries that were not very close historically, China, Japan, South Korea, they compete with one another in many cases. They have said that they are going to work together to respond to the tariffs. And so if we have a tit-for-tat situation, unfortunately, we are bystanders, and much of the world's population are bystanders. And these tariffs, when they raise costs of goods go up, it's the public that has to bear the brunt of and the effect of it.
The senator echoed the sentiment of Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, who said a few days ago that Grenada needs to move to become more self-sufficient.
We don't know yet how the countries will react and how that will have an impact on real inflation. What we do know is that things that we import, because we import a lot in Grenada, we have to now look inside, especially as it relates to food production, and we have to ramp up our food production.
The CARICOM Private Sector Organization CPSO technical team has convened to discuss the recently announced tariffs by President Trump, which include a 10% baseline tariff on imports from Grenada and other CARICOM member states into the U.S., set to take effect on Saturday. In a statement on April 3rd, CPSO CEO and Technical Director Dr. Patrick Antoine acknowledged the potential impact these tariffs will have on CARICOM economies. However, he emphasized that a thorough and credible analysis is necessary before issuing a comprehensive response. Dr. Antoine noted that the tariffs would have both direct and indirect effects on CARICOM economies, initially affecting exports but quickly extending to imports as well. The CPSO reaffirmed its commitment to working collaboratively with the CARICOM Secretariat, regional and international institutions to address the challenges posed by this shift in global economic and trade dynamics. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
The recently announced 10% reciprocal tariff by the United States could have serious implications for Grenadian trade. GBN's Nisha Paul spoke with retired businessman and former parliamentarian Christopher Dialli about the potential impact on the local economy.
Grenada may be far from Washington, but like the rest of the world, the effects of economic policies set there are rippling across borders. Retired businessman and former business sector representative in the Upper House of Parliament, Christopher Dialli, says Grenada will have to examine the U.S. tariff move from two key angles. One, the effect on goods coming into Grenada from the U.S., and two, the effect on goods we export to the U.S. market.
In terms of what we send into the U.S., for example, our rums or chocolate and so on, if they impose a 10% tariff or duty on those things coming in that wasn't there before, it automatically means that the prices of our goods on the U.S. market will increase. That can have an impact on our production costs here and what it sells for in the market in the U.S. and how versus our competitors in the U.S. is going to affect what they export into the U.S. So it can have revenue implications for the businesses that will fall under.
The 10% reciprocal tariff recently announced by the U.S. could increase the cost of imported goods, affecting everything from raw materials to food and electronics. Dialli warns that inflation is a likely outcome, with the cost burden passed on to local businesses and eventually to consumers. The hardest hit sectors, he says, will likely include construction, manufacturing, and retail, where price sensitivity and profit margins are already tight.
We have a huge trade deficit with the U.S., meaning that we import a lot more than we export. What that has is that, well, the effect of that on Grenada is that the prices of things in food and other stuff will go up significantly if the tariff that he wants to implement on ships made in China, where he's going to implement a $1 million US to $1.5 million US dollar charge on any ship made in China that docks in the US or a port in the US. That will significantly increase the freight of goods coming into the Caribbean and will have a major impact inflation-wise and otherwise.
He believes this is a wake-up call for Grenada to diversify its trade relationships and strengthen regional supply chains to become less vulnerable to bigger economies.
If we could get products out of South and Central America, it may significantly give us a relief and not impose this high inflation that this kind of tariffs that the U.S. is trying to do is projecting to have a cause on us and our goods. So at the end of the day, our economists and our prime ministers have to start looking differently of the level of stuff that we depend on from the U.S. and see how we could develop trade agreements with Brazil and Mexico and Costa Rica and those countries in the south that produce a number of things that we are in the market for, and see how we can mitigate against what is proposed by the Trump administration.
As Grenada waits to see how the tariff takes effect in practical terms, business leaders are already bracing for price hikes. In future newscasts, we'll explore how these changes could affect local exporters and what are the options to keep Grenada competitive. Reporting for GBN News, I am Nisha Paul.
Other news, prison escapee Johansson Baptiste has been apprehended by police. Christina John was at the magistrate's court and has this report.
Bound by shackles, escaped prisoner Johansson Baptiste was escorted by police from the holding cell of the St. George's No. 2 Magistrates Court to the No. 1 Court on Friday. Johansson Baptiste of Grandon's Valley, St. George, was recaptured on Thursday, April 3rd, about 8 p.m. during a sting operation conducted by members of the Royal Grenada Police Force and His Majesty's Prison in the Montrouge area. Baptiste has been on the run since his escape from prison 8 days ago. He has since been charged by police with the offenses of escaping lawful custody, stealing, attempted break-in, damage to property, and 2 counts of house break-in. Other charges are forthcoming. At the time of Johansson's escape, he was serving a 5-year sentence for minor offenses and had just about 1 year remaining before his discharge from the penal institution. Following his appearance before the St. George's No. 1 Court today, he was returned to custody at the Richmond Hill Prison. Baptiste's next court appearance will be on Tuesday, 22nd April 2025. The Royal Grenada Police Force expresses profound gratitude to the general public and the media for their assistance in recapturing Mr. Baptiste. Christina John, GBN News.
This is Network News live from the Grenadian capital, still to come from us. Grenada welcomes new non-stop flights from Atlanta with Delta Airlines.
Take charge of your financial journey by switching to an Own Your Own loan at Arise Credit Union. Arise's Own Your Own loan is as unique as you are because we know one size fits all does not fit you. With Own Your Own loan, you get unmatched benefits including lower interest rates, flexible repayment options, discounted loan and legal fees, and savings from hardware suppliers. Tailor-made options that put you in control. Switch now and step into the life you were always meant to live with Arise's Own Your Own loan. Arise Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future. Call us today at 440-1759 or visit our website at arisescu.com.
Boy, they gonna fly with kite now. The wind picking up. I'm coming. Karim, what are you doing? Fly my kite. Yeah, but not here. You can't fly kite near power lines, boy. Why not? The wind good. Because mommy say kite threads conduct electricity. Yeah, kite. It's right. If your kite gets stuck in power lines, it can cause power outages, or even worse, it can get shocked. Come, let's go and fly them in the pasture. Yeah, that makes sense.
Grenlink, energizing our Grenada.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Supposed to finish cooking like this? I wonder if climate change is behind all these water shortages. Time to think about the future. It's really time to invest in a proper water storage tank, you know. What water tanks you guys have available?
We have 450 gallons for a family of 3, 800 gallons for a family of 5, and 1,000 gallons for a family of 7. Purchasing any of these tanks will ensure that you have enough water stored.
Don't be like me and wait until you're out of water. Be smart. Be prepared. Invest in a proper water storage tank today.
building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play InstaCash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. InstaCash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
One venue, 3 cars, $35,000 in cash. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the big one, because on Saturday, May 3rd, from 6 p.m., get set for the biggest event for 2025, the massive Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. At the National Stadium, you can win 3 mint-condition cars, a Suzuki Ignis, a Suzuki Swift Sports, and a Honda Vezel Plus. But wait, that's not all. You can also win $35,000 in cash.
Whoa, is this real?
Yes, it is. 3 cars plus $35,000 in cash. Tickets are $60 for 1 or $100 for 2. This will definitely be the event for 2025. Don't miss the massive Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. Saturday, May 3rd at the National Stadium. Brought to you by Carib. It's the way we play.
Tracksuit, water bottle, sneakers. It's time. Let's get ready to join us on the road this year for Quad Bank's annual Pump It Up Family Fun Walk. Tell your family and friends, and let's get moving towards a healthier lifestyle. Carry a coup. Come out in your numbers on Sunday, April 6th from 4 p.m. as we pump it up from Alexis Food Store's car park to the Hillsborough Tennis Court. On Sunday, May 4th, the action is on the mainland. We're hitting the road at 4 p.m. from Monrouge Playing Field to the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Registration ends on May 2nd or while stocks last. So get your packages today. Individual packages cost $20. For groups of 3 or more, packages cost $15 each. Proceeds go towards the Princess Royal Hospital in Carriacou. Visit our website for more details. See you on the road for
Welcome home. Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
Leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Rebecca Television Center, Grenada stands to benefit from increased airlift and tourist arrivals with the launch of Delta Airlines' new non-stop service from Atlanta. Here's what we can tell you. Set to begin on December 20 this year, the route will make Delta the only U.S. airline offering direct flights from Atlanta to the Spice Isle, opening doors for more visitors to explore the island's natural beauty and rich culture. Prior to this, travelers using Delta Airlines arrive in Grenada via connecting flights through other Caribbean hubs. Tourism Minister Adrian Thomas hailed the new announcement as another tourism breakthrough for Grenada. This enhanced connectivity is expected to boost Grenada's tourism sector, providing greater convenience for U.S.-based travelers eager to experience the island's pristine beaches, vibrant markets, and world-famous spices. Delta's decision to expand into Grenada supports the country's commitment to growing its tourism sector and strengthening international ties. This new service not only enhances travel flexibility, but also supports local businesses, hotels, and cultural experiences. Well, Spice Mass 2025 is set to launch on Friday, May 2 at the car park of Kirani James Athletic Stadium. According to a release from Spice Mass Corporation, the event will kick off at 6 p.m. with DJ music and a lively street parade featuring traditional mass bands, followed by an opening ceremony with remarks by government and SMC officials. We can tell you too, the launch is expected to be filled with performances from calypso and soca icons, along with displays from traditional and fancy mass bands. Attendees will also have the opportunity to view the 2025 Carnival Queen contestants and enjoy the sweet sounds of steel pan music throughout the evening. Other news, the capacity of farmers in and around St. David's to create value-added products, reduce produce loss, increase potential earnings, and improve their livelihoods has been significantly enhanced with the opening of the Grenada network of rural women producers coconut processing plant and chill room. My colleague Christina John has this report.
The project, which benefited from a U.S. $78,000 donation from the Sanders Foundation, was made possible with support from the Ministry of Agriculture, the Chinese Agricultural Mission, the World Bank Agricom Project, and the International Trade Center. The agro-processing plant will facilitate the manufacturing of coconut flour, coconut flakes, virgin coconut oil, and coconut cooking oil through a grating, straining, and boiling. To date, the team has secured contracts with 4 hotels to supply them with virgin coconut oil and coconut flakes to be used in their spas, and 2 supermarkets that will receive all byproducts. Speaking at the opening of the facility on Thursday, President of Kenroy, Teresa Marichaud, said this processing plant not only impacts the community, but Grenada as a whole.
The project will help boost agriculture and agro-processing in the nation, empowering rural farm families to improve their livelihood. Kenroy will continue to serve its members and also non-members who seek our assistance. The agro-processing plant will also assist the cottage industry at a small fee so that we could maintain our equipment. Kenroy will support agriculture because we are aware that without agriculture, a nation perish and we need to survive.
The introduction of the chill room, Marshall said, will benefit the wider farming community as they will be able to deliver produce in bulk once a week, where it can be stored for up to a month without spoilage. The Sandals Foundation provided funding for the renovation of the buildings that house the processing facility and the chill rooms, a water catchment system to support its operation, as well as the purchase, shipping, and installation of all machinery for the production facility. Heidi Clark, Executive Director at Sandals Foundation, said by having the capacity to transform raw agricultural products into high-value goods, each farmer will be able to increase their income, explore new and possible global markets, and ultimately contribute more to the local economy and the island's food security. Clark spoke to the long-standing partnership between the Sandals Foundation and the female-led farming group.
The Kenroy Group sought to change this narrative, creating a space for women of all backgrounds and experiences to be empowered through knowledge, access to technical expertise, and the right technology to make informed decisions about their livelihoods and their lives. When the Sandals Foundation met and became partners with Kenroy in 2017, our goal was very simple. Utilize our network and our resources that we have at our fingertips to support the efforts of a group of focused and visionary women.
The Grenada Network of Rural Women Producers, Kenroy, was established in December 2000 as a space where female farmers could gain financial independence through agriculture. Kenroy is now home to 75 female farmers aged 40 to 75 years old, 12 male farmers, 4 full-time youth farmers under 35 years, and 3 budding female farmers under the age of 10, whose parents have registered their daughters to be part of the network. Christina John, GBN News.
Good going. Permanent Secretary with responsibility for social and community development and gender affairs, Petal Rush, sought to instill confidence in the young women at Thursday's Women in Leadership and STEM Cafe, assuring them that they can be anything they want to be.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at a scientist or someone leading a company, designing an app, and thought, wow, could I do that? Have one of you thought of that? Let me tell you something. You absolutely can do anything you set your mind to. Here in Grenada, we have made great progress. Women are graduating from universities in huge numbers, and many are doing amazing things in education, healthcare, public service, and even running their own businesses.
Formed part of International Women's Day celebrations observed on March 8, P.S. Rush said they are not only celebrating this year but also advocating challenging outdated ideas about who leads, innovates, and is heard.
We need more girls getting curious about coding, asking questions in science classes, experimenting, building, and dreaming bigger. We need more young women raising their hands to lead and not waiting to be asked. And I'm not just talking about school or exam. I'm talking about the kind of leadership that says, I have an idea. I want to try something new. I want to make a difference. And today, we are saying loud and clear, young women and girls belong at the center of that change.
She told the young women that having a mentor is always important, someone who can remind them of what they are capable of.
So here's my challenge to you today. Be present, ask questions, share your ideas, make a new connection, and most of all, start imagining yourself in places you never thought possible. Because you can be the next engineer, innovator, leader, CEO, or anything else you set your mind to.
Spot on. Thank you, Piers Rush. Next, in network news, concerns continue over the Woodford project. We'll talk about that.
How do you choose your toilet paper? Just because it's soft and nice. That's how I choose my toilet paper. Made right here in the Isle of Spice. Cherish Springs off Harbor Bay. Super value every day. The price is right and locally they're made. Support local when you purchase Cherish and other quality brands from Grenada Paper Products.
In Grenada, sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. They teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience. They inspire the next generation to push boundaries and chase excellence. That's why the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada is proud to support sports initiatives as part of our commitment to youth and national development. When we invest in sports programs, we invest in the future. We invest in the health and well-being of our youth, and we invest in broadening Grenada's reach, proudly connecting our athletes, our talent, and our nation to a global community. Together, we all go further. The Investment Migration Agency, unlocking the possibilities.
Fully 1 week. Nah, telling you. You them boss dragon. Hello. You see that? About 10 dollars. Them man make all of them man. Me a 38 them. But you man 92. Yeah. You need the number one rum man. What is that easy? No what? Nice. Yeah. Number one. Ah yeah, me too.
Whether sipped neat, mixed into a classic cocktail, or savored on the rocks, our rum delivers a taste that captivates and satisfies. Choose greatness. Choose Classcoat, the number one rum. Produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Grenada, get ready for the most anticipated kids event on Saturday, 19th April, Easter Saturday.
They not like us.
It's the Easter Kids Extravaganza.
Easter Kids Extravaganza.
Rouge playing field, 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Enjoy rides, slides, obstacle courses, rock climb, bouncy castle, go-kart, and much, much more.
Mom, I love this.
Then from 6 p.m. we move stateside for special performances. Come see the mind-blowing illusions and mesmerizing dancers from the overseas acts. Soca performances from Guana, Shekwan, Black Barbie, and Young Man. Admission kids only $5. Adults $10. Parents, guardians, get the kids ready. Easter Saturday, Rouge playing field. Something no kid wanna miss. It's the Easter Kids Extravaganza.
ACB, speed, start, manage, expand. Don't call me small. I'm dreaming big. I'm gonna have it all. ACB, speed, start, manage, expand. Taking on all my competition. Got the whole bag's attention. ACB, best financial solution. My business has a good reputation.
Ready for success? Call us at 444-4919 or visit us at acbonline.com to learn more. Start, manage, expand your business today.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
Hi, I want $10 on Playway.
$20 backup on pick 3 and cash for each, please. Okay, are you adding multi-X to your bet? Yes, multi-X, all of them. Smart. Best value bet. Backup and multi-X. You cannot go wrong. Don't matter the bet, multi-X all of the daily games.
With multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add multi-X to all your playway, daily pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Agritech Limited Grenada is your one-stop shop for all your farming needs. We provide seeds and seedlings, pesticides, fertilizers, irrigation and water management systems, veterinary products, and a wide range of agricultural products and implements. Our staff is knowledgeable and ready to serve you. Call us on 435-9677 or 440-4460 or visit us in Happy Hill, St. George. We are open Monday to Saturday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sundays, 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. Agritech Limited Grenada. Come grow with us.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Welcome back. Concerns linger over the Woodford project. Beverly Telesford has this update.
2 days after the Planning and Development Authority, PDA, ordered a complete halt to work at the Reno Construction Group's project site in Woodford, St. John, one resident is claiming that work is continuing. The stop work order came after residents submitted reports including footage of excavators on the site clearing debris from the area. On Friday, one of the residents who did not wish to be named told our news desk work was still ongoing.
Then I see a truck going up there with some iron and thing like they singing some kind of river.
The resident expressed concern about the environmental impact of the project.
Things taking place in the area. People getting sick. They already don't have the smoke there already with the dump. Now they want to come and put a plant there. They want to come and do different things there. And the truth is, if we continue to letting companies come and killing us our effect with things that could feed us on a daily basis, and when all them trees and them die, and the boat can come and the plane can come to bring stuff, how we nation going to feed?
Janice Leslie, Chief Executive Officer of the PDA, told our news desk on Wednesday work was halted at the site pending the completion of a scoping document, which must be done ahead of the environmental and social impact assessment.
He has more or less agreed, because I said to them, the Planning Authority, we have provided the scoping document. The Planning Act depicts clearly the process. The process is that Planning Authority provide a scoping document which should be filled out by the developer.
At the time, Leslie said the company had been cooperative and agreed to down tools until due process is followed. Construction on the asphalt plant began in mid-2024 without prior consultation with or informing members of the local community. It had raised concerns among residents about potential environmental harm, health risks, and disruptions to their livelihoods. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Sports news after the break. Stay with us.
when you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs. Visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Brandon, and Central Deputy Street, Wall. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Need to install or repair your plumbing? We've got you covered. Whether you're setting up a new washing machine, replacing a leaking faucet, or fixing that pesky dripping pipe, the Plumbing Supply Store is your go-to place in Grenada. We offer a wide range of plumbing products to make both new installations and maintenance a breeze. Our shelves are stocked with top quality products, including pressure and waste fittings. And if you've been struggling with blocked drains, have you heard of Melt? This powerful drain-on blocker liquid is a game changer, designed to prevent and clear blockages, making it ideal for hairdressers dealing with clogged wash sinks. We also carry a wide selection of repair kits and replacement parts to bring new life to old plumbing fixtures. Visit us today on the Woodlands Main Road or call 444-1377 for expert advice, top-notch products, and a warm welcome. At the Supply Store, we do everything plumbing.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grand Anse, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up several notches, but the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Good evening, sporting fans. The 2025 Winlot Windward Islands Under-19 Cricket Tournament will ball off this weekend, with defending champions Grenada set to begin their title defence on Sunday, April 6. They will face St. Lucia at the Lasages playing field, while St. Vincent and the Grenadines will take on Dominica at the Roy St. John playing field on the same day. The tournament will continue on Monday, April 7, with the first Battle of the Saints, as St. Lucia square off against St. Vincent and the Grenadines at the Roy St. John playing field. In the other match of the day, hosts Grenada will take on Dominica at the Lasages playing field. Tuesday, April 8 will be a rest day for all teams. The action will resume on Wednesday, April 9, with Grenada facing St. Vincent and the Grenadines at the Lasages playing field, while Dominica will take on St. Lucia at the Roy St. John playing field. On Thursday, April 10, the tournament will enter its fourth round, with St. Vincent and the Grenadines playing Dominica at the Roy St. John playing field. Meanwhile, at the Lasages playing field, Grenada will meet St. Lucia. Friday, April 11 will provide another rest day, allowing teams to rest and prepare for the crucial final rounds. On Saturday, April 12, the fifth round of matches will be held, with St. Lucia taking on St. Vincent and the Grenadines at the Roy St. John playing field. At the same time, hosts Grenada will face Dominica at Progress Park. We can tell you the tournament will conclude with the sixth and final round of matches on Sunday, April 13. Grenada will meet St. Vincent and the Grenadines at Progress Park, while Dominica will face St. Lucia at the Roy St. John playing field. All right. Still with cricket, we bring you the latest regional cricket action between Barbados and Windward Islands. At stumps, Barbados required 181 runs with 7 wickets remaining. Here's a summary of the games played so far. Windward Islands 186 and 316 all out. Barbados Pride 198 and 144 for 3 at stumps. The game will resume on Saturday morning. This story to report: 2 notable sports administrators from Grenada have been appointed to significant roles within the Pan American Sports Organization, Pan Am Sports. Bernard Wilson, president of Grenada Olympic Committee, and Vida Bruno Victor, general secretary, have joined a prestigious group that includes International Olympic Committee members and influential sports leaders tasked with serving on various Pan Am Sports commissions. Mr. Wilson will be a member of the Coordination and Follow-up Commission for the 2025 Junior Pan American Games. This commission is responsible for advising the Executive Committee on effective strategies for organizing and financing the upcoming Games, which serve as a vital platform for emerging young athletes. Mrs. Bruno Victor will share her expertise as a member of 2 key commissions: the Awards and Recognition Commission and the Solidarity Commission. The Awards and Recognition Commission focuses on acknowledging sports leaders who have made remarkable contributions to the Olympic movement throughout the Americas. It will also manage the selection of outstanding athletes from the preceding Pan American Games, who will be honored at the prestigious Pan Am Sports Awards. That's the sports news for now. Exploring legislative measures, the implementation of artificial intelligence and the use of automated systems, the Tech Anti-Money Laundering Conference aims to propose measures to combat money laundering in the Caribbean. Here's the report.
The prevalence of money laundering as a form of financial fraud is an issue business experts say has to be mitigated, especially with advancement of technology. Hosting 15 participants representing several Caribbean nations, the tech conference themed AML-compliant evolution provided measures and solutions for businesses to tackle this issue.
Well, tech this time is about the compliance evolution because, as you know, in Trinidad and Tobago, we have been trusted with reporting fraudulent activities, suspicious activities for the last 12 years, but we have emerged. So the theme of this year is compliance evolution. How do we evolve and what are the new vulnerabilities, what are the new controls?
The implementation of tighter legislative laws is a solution proposed to prevent Caribbean countries from entering the financial fraud grey list.
If a Caribbean country is on the grey list, that would be somewhat disaster for the nation in terms of correspondent banking, in terms of getting assistance globally. So it cannot be a unilateral country perspective, it must be Caribbean perspective.
Establishing frameworks to tackle financial crime is a move most countries have taken on globally. Presenting on a regional approach and a proposed unit named Caribbean Bureau of Investigation, security expert Gavin Herrera said this would strengthen financial security in the Caribbean.
We need to see ourselves as a Caribbean state, as a nation identified by one people, one voice, one vision. And in so doing, when we have that synergy, when we have that buy-in, when we have that collaborative approach to security, regional security becomes more easily to be measured, to be managed, and to be monitored.
The advancement of technology and its utilization for businesses has provided better ways to manage and monitor systems.
We need to employ AI, different types of solutions to help us detect, monitor, and even escalate those issues to the regulators. And at the end of the day, we hope that there should be some sort of prosecution and a successful outcome, which we hope will be a conviction.
This conference is one of the steps towards providing and reporting anti-money laundering and terrorism financing. Technology at the forefront enhances the approaches taken by businesses and governments in mitigating this crime. Faith Cheriot, TTT News.
Further afield, China has announced it will impose export controls on certain rare earth-related items. Additionally, starting April 10, China will apply a 34% tariff on all goods imported from the United States.
Previously, China waited until the U.S.'s own tariffs were already put into effect before responding with their own actions. What we've had here just about 2 days after the news that the Trump administration would be adding an extra 34% on Chinese goods coming into the U.S., we've had this response. And also, it's also a public holiday here in China. So all the government offices are closed. China's foreign ministry is closed. So we weren't really expecting this. But I think it does go to show that Beijing wants to show that it is strong coming into this and that it cannot afford to be seen as weak and it cannot afford to not respond quickly. So these tariffs from China come into effect on April 10th. And we also have some details as to what else is involved in this response. Not only do we have 34% on all U.S. goods coming into China, China has also added 16 entities from the U.S., 16 U.S. companies to an export control list. And it's also added restrictions on some rare earth-related materials, samarium, gadolinium, terbium, and scandium. We still need to get more details as to what that would involve, but many U.S. companies rely on China. It is the biggest exporter of rare earth materials as well. Important to note, though, that there's still 5 days before this comes into effect, so I think Beijing is making an indication to the Trump administration there is still time to draw back. on Thursday when Beijing responded to the initial Liberation Day tariffs, which saw these 54% tariff put on Chinese goods. Beijing says that this was unilateral bullying. It's saying that the U.S. should come back to dialogue, come back to negotiation. So it is kind of giving that 5 days there for that possibility to happen. But it's not also holding its breath. Another interesting thing about this is that Trump escalated the tariffs on China to 54%. China has not put a 54% tariff, but they've put a 34% tariff on the U.S. So this is tit for tat, but this is not like for like. And I think that is because China does not want to escalate this trade war very quickly. In Trump's first term, it responded really aggressively, trying to kind of meet the U.S. with equal responses. It's responding because it has to, not because it wants to. Beijing has said time and time again that it does not want a trade war. Nobody wins from a trade war.
We'll remind you of the headlines right after this. The headlines before we leave you. Private sector representative in the Senate, Salim Rahman, discusses possible repercussions for Grenada's economy following U.S. tariff. Grenada to welcome new non-stop flights from Atlanta with Delta Airlines. Also in the news regionally, the Caribbean tackles financial crime. The region advances in tech and legislation. Internationally, China to impose additional 34% tariff on U.S. goods in retaliation to U.S. tariff. Plus in the sports news, Grenada under-19s to commence their win-lot title defense against St. Lucia from this weekend. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. It's the weekend. Please have a safe one. Thanks for choosing the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Good night.